Speak English fluently. Stop saying these 5 phrases. Now, last time I made a video on how to speak English more fluently. It's very interesting. It was a test. And I thought, you know what? I know that I have a lot of viewers, a lot of my fans from all over the world. They are tuning in to learn different lessons, entrepreneurship, sales, wealth creation. But what I didn't expect, there's so many of my fans, you tuning in actually to learn English. So that video went viral. It tells me this is what you want to learn. So I'm going to teach you more English lessons. Understand, I am not an English teacher. However, I built a very successful career based on the power of communication, using my words, because everything that comes out of your mouth, everything that you say either attracts people to you or repels people to you. So today we're going to talk about 5 phrases that you shouldn't use in casual day-to-day communication. Number 1, my English is not good. Don't say that. If English is not your first language, you don't need to apologize. You know it and I know it. We speak with an accent. That's okay. Don't need to bring attention to it and you don't need to apologize for it. I remember very often when I talk to someone, maybe speaking Chinese, and they'll say, oh, no English, no English. I'm like, you just spoke English. What are you talking about? Right there's English. No English. I just find it like hilarious. So don't need to apologize. Don't say, oh, my English is not good. Don't need to do that. Just say, hey, you know what? I am learning English. Turn it into a positive. I'm learning English. That's it. And then if you have a tendency when you're nervous to speak faster, slow down. Slow down. Pronounce each word. If they don't understand, it's okay. Just repeat it again. Phrase number 2, and that is, what? I hear this a lot from beginner English speaker, right? When you hear something you don't quite understand, say, oh, what? No, don't do that. A polite way of doing this is, pardon me. Pardon me. And they'll say it again. If you still don't get it, pardon me, right? Or excuse me. Or can you repeat that one more time? Just be polite, be professional. Can you repeat that one more time? But don't say, what? What did you say? No, that's not very polite. Number 3, goodbye. Now, goodbye usually is a very formal thing when we say, hey, goodbye. It sounds like I won't be seeing that person for like years, for a long time. A more casual way, let's say you just met your friend and you guys hang out a bit, and then afterwards just say, hey, bye. Don't need to say goodbye, say bye. Or I'll see you. I'll see you. That's it. Instead of saying goodbye. And number 4, and I see this sometimes when I go to Asia, and that is sir or ma'am. Now that's very formal. Now if you are a waiter, waitress, you work in a hotel, then yes, you should use those phrases. But day-to-day conversation, don't say sir, don't say ma'am. I prefer to just call them their first name, right? Hey John, hey Sally, hey Michelle, or if you want to be a little bit more formal, would be Mr. or Mrs. their last name. But don't use sir and ma'am unless you're working in certain industry that's in the service industry, then that's a different story. But day-to-day conversation, just first name, that's okay. And last phrase that you don't want to use, and I hear this quite often, it's tell me your name. It feels like a police officer, you're interrogating somebody, like, tell me your name. What's your name? That's it. Oh, where are you from? Like, tell me where you're from. No, that's like, you see how it's like very intrusive? You don't want to do that. Be calm. English is not scary. It's okay. Words don't bite, right? You don't need to be afraid, especially if you're learning it. I still speak with an accent. Doesn't matter. Look at my YouTube channel, right? If you have a compelling message, if you speak with conviction and confidence, people will listen. So comment below what other English lessons you want me to cover and you want me to teach you, and I will make future videos based on those. So make sure you do that. If this is the first time you watch my video, I hope that you're not just tuning in to learn how to speak, but also pay attention to some of the lessons that I teach through all my videos, because I know a lot of those lessons, they will apply to your life. Doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur, doesn't matter if you're a professional, doesn't matter if you're working in a job, you'll find value from those. That's what I want to hear. That's why I make the videos, right? Share with me, comment below how my videos have benefited you as well.